Hello, folks. Welcome to Drink This. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Good to have you again, Ron.
Good
Nice
to
to
be
see you.
had.
It's been a little while. Just wanted to throw this out there. This is a bit of an unusual show. We tasted 3 wines and we gave our recommendations. Then we waited a little bit and we went back to one of the wines and found that, holy cow, it really changed. It really opened up. We've mentioned on many previous episodes that you got to decant your wines.
We just don't listen to our own advice.
It's important to decant wines, let them breathe a bit. So.
And don't be shy. Half an hour, 45 minutes before you drink it.
So one of the wines, our recommendation wasn't stellar, and we've had it now a few minutes later as it's opened up, and it's fantastic. So we'll show you the original critique,
Right.
And then, but if you stick around to the very end, you'll see that we changed our thoughts on one of them. So stay tuned for that, and you'll see how a wine evolved.
Right.
Thanks. See ya. Back to the original programming.
Hi, and welcome back to Drink This. It seems like it's been an eternity since last time I sat down and had a glass of wine with you, Bruce. What's news? What's news? What's news?
He's lying. We had wine about 15 minutes ago, and then before that, 2 days ago at your place.
Yeah, but we haven't recorded.
We haven't filmed it. We haven't filmed ourselves drinking wine.
We have not recorded an official Drink This in a while.
In a long time, yeah.
We did try not very long ago, but we had some technical issues.
But I should say thanks a lot for everyone who's been tuning in regardless over the last few months. We noticed our subscriber count has been continuing to grow, so somebody's watching our stuff, which we really appreciate.
Very much.
And but it's terrific to do a new show.
It is. So
you want me to throw out the premise?
Yes, I would love to hear about this surprise because I'm a little fearful.
No, it's gonna be good wine. Today on Drink This, we are sampling 3 different Syrah, Shiraz wines from all over the world. 3 different. Hang on, Viv. I don't know if my math's good or not, but we might have 3 different continents.
Okie dokie.
3 different regions, certainly. All the same grape, and 3 different price points. So hopefully the quality of the wines will match up with the price points. Actually, hopefully they don't. If we find a better wine at the cheaper price point.
I always hope to get a surprise where the lesser of the 2 evils comes out on top. But I'm looking forward to this.
Good, and my wife poured these for us, so we have no idea where this lies in the price point. So we'll do the big reveal once we're done tasting the 3 wines.
Yeah. So I just get myself a.
She looks rather purple.
Pretty dark. Yeah.
Syrah is known to be dark, rich,
robust, exactly.
Usually a little higher in alcohol than a typical wine, slightly.
Yeah.
And some of the flavors you would get would be plum, cherry,
a blueberry.
A bit on older wines, a little bit of tobacco, leather.
Yeah, and depending on where they're from, exactly, a little more jammy in certain areas, and like you said, a little more tobacco in others.
So I guess I should tell you the 3 regions. Ron doesn't know anything about the wines; it's a complete mystery to him. But I bought the bottles, so at least I know what they are. Excuse me.
Yeah, so at least give me a fighting chance.
Yeah, I'll say that the price points that we're trying out are, generally speaking, $20, $30, and $40. And the regions.
Let me guess. France.
Yeah, very good.
Australia.
I had an Aussie one, but I didn't.
Okay, so then France, California.
No, this can take too long for the other 2.
Oh, okay.
South Africa.
Right.
And Israel.
Oh, so very interesting.
Yeah, it's got a nice nose.
Has a very nice nose. A little floral hint. Actually, this really smells nice.
And I read that Syrah, coming from the Rhone Valley, which is where Syrah originates from, they can tend to have some herbal floral tones to them. Oh, this really has a lot of floral notes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We can save a bit and go back to it if we want to compare the 3.
I think that's a very good idea because
I'm going to just jot down a little note about what I've discovered.
Still need a pencil and
there we go.
paper. Agreed.
Thank you, dear.
1.
Do you want to say hi?
1, 2.
Let me introduce you to wine number 2.
Wine number 2. It's much more garnet in color.
Doesn't have the same waft of loveliness.
No, it has more of a that good musty.
There's a lady, don't think I remember her name correctly, might be McDonald. They say the perfect description for Syrah in general. She said it's like a man showing up in a tuxedo and cowboy boots. Is that blend between nice, refined, with a little bit of that earthy, crusty bit.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a great expression for Syrah. Are we calling it Syrah or Shiraz? Depends which one it is.
Well, I'm more traditional, so I definitely go with Syrah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is its origins.
Yes. Origins are in the Rhone Valley.
You know, I'm getting mushroom, hints of mushroom, much more earthy tones out of this.
So first one is very floral. This one's much more of that
earthy,
musky, earthy.
Some sweet, like ripe raspberries. Not what you expect. This is interesting.
Wow, they're both different and both good so far. 2 for 2, I'd say. Now I mentioned earlier that I'm
cherry.
That I'm familiar with one of the wines.
Yeah.
That I've had before. I think this is it. So I won't say more than that, but I think I know which one that is. I'll do my guess after, see if I get it. But yeah, I like that wine. Notes.
Yep.
Pardon me while I take
earthy
some notes.
Tones. I definitely get some mushroom in there.
Bahar, can we have wine number 3, please? Pretty good. Lucky us.
I like them both. I like number 2 better. It's much more in tune with my my likings, but I do like them both.
Earthy, musky, with a bit of light jam.
Yeah, much a sweet taste to it, but red fruit, strawberries, light red fruits. I like the other one as well. It's very different.
Yeah, that's nice. It's funny. They're both Syrah. They're each showing the different components of Syrah. The floral, and the other one's more the earthy. Right. Thank you. You can speak. No?
But you would think, they're the same grape. Oh, look at this! How dark this is.
With wine, we often hear them speaking of terroir, right?
Exactly.
So these are coming from far, far apart, grown in different soils, in different climates, by different people.
And Syrah is known for its ability to take on the terroir and really reflect where it's being grown.
So there we go.
And look at this one. What a difference in color. It's like almost brown.
And by the way, brown's usually good for a wine.
I know.
Well, I'll say one of the wines, the age is 2018 and 19, but one of them's a 16. So might we guess the browner one is the older one?
That would be my guess.
That's just a guess. Nose is a little different. We went from floral to musky, let's say. Musty. And really pleasant examples of both. This one almost seems like
more pungent.
A bit of a combination of the two, but not quite as nice in either department.
There's not much. I get the alcohol. Oddly enough, it didn't look. I think it might be the glass, but now or the light, because now you can tell it does have decent legs.
Yeah.
But you can get the alcohol.
Without tasting it, I want to say this is maybe the cheaper one, just because it's not as pretty as this or as earthy as this.
And I would say the Israeli.
Well, you don't know which continent or country it's lining up with the price point either, so it's a bit of and you've probably not had Israeli Syrah before. Although we did a show with some Israeli wine, which was quite good.
Yeah, that's one of the wines that one of the shows that kind of went belly up.
Yeah. No, we haven't released the episode.
Oh no, that was a white. Exactly.
We haven't released the episode yet, but we tasted an Israeli and Lebanese wines.
That was an interesting comparison.
So that'll be coming probably a week after this one.
I think this is probably the Israeli wine, and
See, I know the price points, right?
right,
So I want to say this is the cheaper
the
of
cheaper
the
of
three.
the two, three. Yes, and I'm presuming that the Israeli wine is the cheaper of the three.
Probably not.
Okay, so then I would be wrong.
But we can agree that this is most likely the least expensive,
Mm-hmm.
the cheaper price point.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we're right. We're not going to look like fools when we get the big reveal.
No, and ultimately, what we want to give our viewers is a good, honest.
I wouldn't say stay away from that wine. I actually like it. It's just not quite as good as the first
Well,
two.
if it's $35, I would say stay away from it.
Okay, you're right.
If it's at $19, yeah, maybe give it a shot.
Right.
Because it is, because it's not everyone that has the same palate, right? Maybe the other two are too bold. This is a nice compromise between the two.
So I don't need to taste them. I think I know what's what. I'll do my prediction.
Okay.
I think the first one is the more expensive price point. I won't say which region because I already know.
Right.
So to me, they're in order. This is the more expensive. It's $42 approximately.
Okay.
This one's in the $30 range,
Right.
and the last one is in the $18-19 range.
Okay.
So that's the way I'm putting them high to low. And I won't. Maybe you can guess. Try and guess.
I'm going the middle is the most expensive.
That's your favorite?
And that it is French. The other would be the second most expensive, the 32. And I agree with you that this is the least expensive.
Okay, so we're definitely saying number 3 is the cheaper one.
So.
And if we're right, then it's not a bad wine for the price, right?
$3.
And we're disagreeing on wines 1 and 2.
2. Yeah. Now, if this is $18,
It's fine.
I think it's a good buy.
Right. If it's 40, we're going to not recommend it.
Exactly. So,
do you know what's...
Drum roll.
Can you let us know what's what? Tell us the third one you poured first.
Third one?
Yeah.
You want to bring the bottle one?
Sure.
Certainly.
That'd be nice. My lovely wife, Bahar, poured the wines for us so that we could enjoy them blind.
thank you, Vanna.
So we're about to see what the third one is. Really?
Yarden, it's the Israeli?
You sure that's the third one you poured, not the first? That's the most expensive one.
Oh, really?
It's Yarden, Golan Heights,
Right?
$42
Whoa.
for the one we least liked.
Which one do you want? Number 2?
Yeah,
And what year is that? That's
2016, the
2016.
older one. It's the least complex of the three. I
Oh,
thought.
definitely. It didn't have. It had a little bit of a must, but then again, but we opened them a while ago.
They're all open at the same time. That's what I said. I know that one. It's
Constitution Road.
number 1 Constitution Road from South Africa, made by the Robertson Winery.
Right.
I've had it before. Like I said, when I tasted number 2, I said I was familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I know. That's $30.
Right.
So that's a good wine for the price. That leaves us
And
with
The least.
the one we liked,
You're right.
the least expensive
Is South African.
French wine. No, it's French.
Oh, okay.
The middle one is South African.
Right.
This is French from the Northern Rhone. You can pronounce his name there on the bottom. That's
I can't even see it.
It's
Yves something.
Yves. Yeah, sorry. Yves Cuilleron. 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 Cuilleron.
Yes. Cuilleron.
Yes.
Yes.
So Northern Rhone, about
And $18.
it's I'll tell you exactly, 1885.
1885 is
Right.
my winner. By hands down. I mean, I enjoyed it.
We liked 1 and 2.
We liked 1 and 2. I preferred 2,
Right.
and
So did I think. But it was fairly close.
fairly close. But for the big difference in price,
We had an $18 wine that we liked as much as a $30 wine,
right?
and the $42 wine we thought was the least best.
So
of the
either
three.
we're terrible at this, the bang that I was looking for.
And if you like a good earthy wine, musty forest floor, he said there's some mushroom, some red berries, very nice.
Yeah.
$30, number 1 Constitution Road, very good wine for $30. And the surprise at only $18 is the French wine Northern Rhone.
So the French know what they're doing.
They certainly do.
So and we were just talking about this as we sat down, is that rarely do we come up with that big surprise, and the cheaper wine is the one that we like the most, or sometimes we'll have different opinions, but we're pretty much...
I was pretty sure number 1 was going to be the more expensive wine because of that really, really beautiful floral bouquet they had.
I thought it was going to be number 2 because of, the little bit of an aged flavor to it. But
so we'll wrap her up.
Wrap her up.
Good wines, good company.
Good wines, good company. Not always the more expensive wine that will really wind up on top. You know what? Sommelier from France might disagree with us, but we encourage you to try 1, try 2, try all 3, and get back to us. Subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. All right.
Go back to this wine.
So Bruce, after we were wrapping things up, I took another sip and was pleasantly surprised.
Very, yeah.
So this wine has opened up. The Yarden has been, a pleasant surprise. Where it, seemed to be just a mishmash of the two.
It was closed.
It was closed, and now it's very much open. The earthiness has come out. Tobaccos, the leathers, and even that light fruit.
Yeah, I got a little bit of hard
through.
Candy. There's just so much more complexity coming through now that it's had a chance to open.
Exactly.
So we wanted to share that with you guys to say it's important to not pop and pour the wines, to let them breathe a bit, because this wine number 3 that originally was our least favorite is it our favorite now?
I think
it's up there,
it has become my favorite. And you know what? For a nice evening, this is actually a perfect setup. Is that the Côté or the Vignes d'à Côté for $18 is an incredibly nice wine.
Very good.
It's a great wine to start off with. You pour the other one, you can decant it for 45 minutes, an hour, and then you hit with that one, and automatic instant success.
So I should say this one has changed. It's the Yarden Golan Heights 2016 Syrah. It comes from 2,000 to 3,000 feet elevation, where these grapes are harvested. It grows in a volcanic rocky soil, perfect for Syrah. It likes to struggle a bit.
Right.
It's a shame that we were kind of hard on it. It was our own.
Our own.
Just call it a
haste.
mistake. We'll call it a mistake. We pop and poured a good wine, which you shouldn't do. You got to let it breathe.
And it's funny because what's nice about it is that we compared New World to Old World to the ancient world.
Ancient world, yeah.
So we really hit 3 different levels of wine, and unfortunately our mistake is we didn't let it open up. Yeah. And now that it has opened, highly recommend the Yarden.
Yeah, at $42, still pretty good deal.
Pretty good deal. Still like the French wine at 18. Is a fantastic deal.
Yeah. But they're all good. We're 3 for 3. We just kind of wanted to up the score of the Yarden. We were a little harsh on it.
It wasn't fair to that wine, and
So we wanted to come back and say that we made a mistake. The wine is terrific once it opened up.
Yes. So decant your wines.
Yes, we will. And next show, you'll see a couple of decanters out on the table.
So you'll be able to tell which shows come first, because the ones that didn't have decanters were previous shows.
There we go. So 3 for 3, good wines, good company. Thanks again.
Cheers again.
See ya.
Oh yeah.
C'est incroyable. It's good, this wine.
He's very nice.
It's very nice.